Echo. Play Jim Croce. Microphone test. Microphone test. No. I was going to do a live stream. Sorry, the camera's over here. I was going to do a live stream this afternoon, and I had other things, and then I was practicing a little, and then I noticed the problem, and I started working on things. Then I had other things to do, and here I am at 1 a.m. I've been practicing. I tweaked a little bit, little things. I'm not going to go into it. Doesn't matter, just little things, but very important. And I adjusted the spots on my iCat system to spot the balls so that they're perfectly straight. And so I've been doing the Mighty X drill just because it's a good one to do once a week. But I'm going to do it more than that and just trying to imprint this slight changes I've made. And so I just got a hair under my butt, and I thought I would try and run just 42. So the way I'm doing it, I'm using the one and the cue ball as cue balls. So I'll shoot these, and then I'll go to the other side and shoot that way, and then spot the balls. So every time the balls are cleared, it's 14 shots. And that's similar to straight pool. So 3 racks of that is 42 balls. I'm trying to do 42 without missing. As with any drill, it's not about the shot, it's about the process. Pay attention to what you're doing. Are you doing everything correctly? Is the cue ball is a better indicator of whether you're doing things correctly than the object ball. Of course, we want to pocket the object ball. That goes without saying. So that's what, and I just got a hair in my butt to do it on a live stream to add a little bit extra pressure to make me want it. Just 3 racks. The goal eventually is 100. I've done 100 of doing this in a row without missing, and it took a long time to finally get it once. I want to be able to do it more regularly. So this is a step in that direction. Let's see if I can do 42. And I'm curious if anyone's even awake. All right. Okay, I'm believe it or not, it's weird, but some of the shots that I've missed today during practice were, I make this one, but this one I miss to the left of the pocket. So that's an indicator of something. I don't know what. So that one felt much better immediately. And it was making sure that I'm stretched out. My stance entry has to do with pushing my bridge hand out. And that's a signal for the rest of my body to rotate and stretch. When I don't do that, I just come on the shot like this, and then I go like that. But if I push my bridge hand out, then the elbow and everything gets in line, and then I go through straight. That's the theory. Well, let's see if we can get 42. Just 3 reps, that's all. And I've been practicing this evening, and I haven't gotten 42 yet. So I want to do it now. So that was pretty good. The cue ball stuck, but there was left spin on it. So that's Q-tip position. It wasn't quite right. Good shot, though. Not bad. How do you know you're a real pool player? You're crazy enough to be awake at 1 a.m. still practicing. That was pretty bad. Hit the left facing, cue ball slid to the right. You know, make sure the delivery is the execution of the warm-up strokes, the rehearsal. You got to make sure those warm-ups are perfectly straight. If they're not, you're not done warming up. I mean, that went in cleanly, but look at the cue ball. Slid all the way to the right. Yeah. And that one slid to the right as well. Well, that's an indicator. Well, a little better, a little better. That one didn't slide to the right. I mean, it looks straight. Is it straight? Yeah, I mean, that spot could go over just a hair. Maybe that's why I think I need to cut it a little. Both of those shots to the right again. Oh, yeah. Those two spots, well, they're pretty darn straight. All right. Well, that's 14. Okay. So two more racks, and we got our goal. All right. Oops. see that one's straight. Oh, that was a good one. Very nice. That one I almost missed to the right side. Keep my elbow up. Let's slide to the right a little bit. Good one. Oh, it hurts. It hurts so much. But that's the reason why just 14 reps isn't enough, because things show up. 14 isn't enough to prove that you got it. I'm looking at my Q-tip going over the spot when I'm done shooting to see how straight it's going over the spot as well. It still wants to go to the right. Darn it all, I'm trying to stop that. Now that one, I didn't spot it right. I was definitely cutting it to the left. Probably just a couple degrees, but that's why the cue ball moved. I make sure to spot that ball up on the left side of that spot, so I got a straighter shot. I missed in the middle of that rack, I missed one. So it's about a half a round, almost 6 balls maybe out of that rack in a row so far. I like to start off with the cue ball for some reason. Very nice and straight. Come on. Nice. And straight. It's so weird. I felt like I was straighter than any shot yet tonight, and I missed it badly. And I know it's a little bit of elbow movement that's pushing like that. I know that's what it is. All right, so 2 misses. Oops, that was already spotted. So I know that's what it is, so that's the one thing I got to focus on. All right, one more try. Let's see if I can get 3 racks in a row. If I miss here, I'm done. For the live stream. Watching the Q-tip go straight over the spot. To the right. Too many balls down on this end. Huh, I got worse instead of getting better. I can't let it go. That was terrible. I mean, what did I make, 3? Come on, man. Well, the cue ball didn't go to the right, did it? But I certainly rushed it. I just rushed the shot out of frustration. Okay, come on. Huh. Very strange. Come on. I know I said one more try, but geez, I'm going to at least get one rack. Supposed to be on the road to 100 of these. Can't be doing that. Can't be doing that and expect to get to 100. That one, it felt like my backstroke was not straight. I think I know what to do. Let's compare. That was better. I mean, it felt better, that first one, but then it was still a mess. No, the one I just missed, I was not lined up right. It didn't feel right. Let me see if I can replicate it here. See how much straighter that is? Didn't slide 3 inches to the right. Okay, what the hell? I think I've got to make sure I get my grip position right, and I think I keep choking up too much on the cue. Went to the right again. How come they go to the right from this end of the table, from that end of the table they don't? That doesn't make any sense. See, from this end of the table they went left. They go left. There are times, like I knew that one was going to go straight. I had right spin on it, but at least it didn't slide to the right. It went straight. And I could feel it from the moment I set up. I don't know how. Like to get a few nice stick shots going on here. Closer. Oh, that's a little straighter right there, eh? All right, now we can't get cocky. You've got to stay humble and work it. I honestly thought that shot was going to be exactly like the last one into that pocket, just almost a perfect, or maybe even a perfect stick shot. And it threw it completely off. See, now that I could see. I could see that spinning to the right all the way down. Yeah, that one didn't have any side spin on it. I almost hit it straight. That was pretty good. All right. So Q-tips went right over the spot. And I don't think there was any side spin on the cue ball. Well, I don't mind that miss for that reason. There's a good one. Why can't I do that every time? You can do it every time. Just do it right. All right, let's see if I can get 42 from here. Come on. Went straight in, but I mean, it's still slid to the right. Pretty good. To the right a little. We're going to keep working. Figure it out. There's a straight one into that pocket. See, you can do it. Ugh. And another one pretty straight. Okay. Ugh. I mean, there's a lot of little things, but the biggest one is you got to keep that elbow up. That's the only way to go straight. Pretty straight. tip is right over the spot there. Pretty good one. Okay. A little better. I almost missed it again. A little bit of pushing instead of... My body moved a little bit there too. And that's my stance isn't wide enough again. Oh, I just can't quit. I can't get it right. I mean, when was it? It was a couple months ago. I did 100 in a row. But that's the only time I've done 100 in a row. Best I've done is 90s. I've done 98 twice and 99 once, and then 100 once. And my setup was very, very, very similar to what I'm doing now, but just a little bit different. And the difference is because that 100 that I did before, my cue ball was all over the place. So I'm trying to get it even straighter. Okay, I've got to make sure I get wide enough. That's important. Okay. That's to the left. I went left and the cue ball went right. That's the issue there. Not good. That one went straight. Right over the spot, and the ball went over the spot. It went forward. I didn't stick it, but we'll work on that. Let's get it going straight. I did 35 minutes on the fan bike today. It busted me. Take a nap. I just can't understand. Well, I do understand. I know what I did. I know why I did that. I know why. It's the one thing I got to focus on. Because you can't think about everything all at once. You can only think about one thing at a time, two at the most. It's not straight. God, I made a couple of good stick shots even in a row. Q-tip went straight. That went straight over the spot here. But I missed it by a mile. I'm just going too inconsistently to quit. I can't quit. I got to figure it out. I should go look at the chat because somebody probably sees something that I could change that would help. Went straight over the spot. If I miss, I'm going to go look at the chat and see if there's anything helpful. And then go again. Otherwise, I'll be done for now. Well, I said I was going to look at the chat, so let's go do it. The number one thing I got to focus on is keeping that elbow up, because I know that's causing most of the misses. I'm going to go look at the chat right now, as soon as I make this. I'm trying to feel that elbow. There. But I don't know what my elbow did. I'm supposed to be feeling it, and then I end up focusing on the object ball, not the other. Let's see what people are saying. What do you think people are doing up so late? Go to bed. Yes, I agree. I agree, Nate. I know that's true. Your setup varies. That's why when you shoot drills, you always have to shoot your drills to the left and the right, because you can do things different with your setup. And it matters. It matters a lot. My rear pause timing consistency might be breaking down a bit. Okay. Maybe a bit of roll in with wrist happening from time to, yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, that's good stuff. Like I say, the times when I miss that ball to the left, I might be keeping my elbow up pretty much, but I know, like you just said, my wrist, I'll exaggerate it, my wrist rolls in. And that pushes the tip to the left and the cue ball goes right. So you got to keep the wrist above the cue. You can't let it roll. And when you keep your elbow up, it's easier to do. You have your finished position on your chest and you just, boom, come to there. And I'm having trouble sticking that. When I ran that 100, I was doing it pretty well. All right, I'm not tired, so I'm going to give it one more go. And I don't know what that means. I don't know how long that means, but I got to give it a try here because I'm close. I feel like I'm close. My entry was not great. My shot entry had deteriorated. Since you guys are up, my shot entry over the last couple months had deteriorated, and I had trouble with it at the tournament. And what I figured out with the help of others is I was coming into the shot, I was starting with my head on the line, but then when I stepped to the left, my head comes to the left, and then I came down into it like this. That's no good. So, the change, one of the biggest change I made is to lead with my head. And that's just for me because I'm 6'5". A lot of you people who are under 6 feet probably that does not apply. Don't think you have to do this. But for me, I'm starting from my navel square on the shot. And I need to lead with my head. I used to step with my left foot. I used to go left, right, head. Now it's totally changed. I'm going head, left, right. So my head, I'm trying to keep my head on the line at all. I'm leading with my head. And then I I can't step too far forward because then my legs are in line and I'm not balanced side to side. I got to make sure to get wide enough with my left foot. Again, that's because I'm 6'5" and I have giraffe legs. That may not apply to you. And I'm still working on getting the right foot shifted correctly because that helps, like I said before. You're trying to stretch out like an archer and get straight. And the head can't be here, it's going to be here. It's all like that. If you can get that initial setup, then your first warm-up stroke is straight, and you're just 100% confident, and you go, boop. But that's what it's all about, is making all those things I just said happen without thinking about them. And that's what this is about. All right. So my elbow dropped a little bit there. And I did get the cue ball went to the right. So did I keep my... I don't know. Still went to the right. I can't be having that. It's got to be straight. Or never. No, I never. Forget getting to 100. I won't even get to 42 if I can't get that cue ball to stop doing that. That's not bad. No side spin on the cue ball. It wasn't perfectly straight, but geez, it was a lot better than the cue ball sliding over like that one. Well, it went in. My Q-tip is on the left side, and the cue ball went left as well. Well, that was an aim thing. See? That time I remembered to pay attention to the elbow. Keep that up. And look how straight it went. Okay, so I paid attention to the elbow again. At least the cue ball didn't slide 6 inches over here. That was straighter. Things are looking up. That was pretty. See, everyone talks about how fast Joshua Filler gets down into his stance. Let me tell you what, that is a well-rehearsed movement. It's all about efficiency and staying lined up from upright to down to your initial set position. Boom, everything's always lined up. Head, cue, everything. Better. And I missed. So that one I twisted, I did this. Very disappointed because I just hit I had like 2 or 3 in a row that were pretty good, that were a step in the right direction. Look how good it goes. That you only get that if you keep your elbow up, and it's so nice when that happens. You know I'm getting a dopamine kick in the brain when that happens. I think that's why we play. I was cutting the ball to the left, so let's see. If I'm cutting it to, okay, so I got to spot the ball up on the left side of this mark so I get a straighter shot, so I can stop messing with my mind on that shot. Too much steering going on. Got to keep that thing up. Okay, let's see. I got to spot this ball over that way a little bit. Let's see if I can shoot straighter. Keep that cue ball from sliding to the right. Yeah, that's straighter. That's straighter to the heart of the pocket. So I pushed it to the left. I'm going to do that again. Let's spot it to the side of that mark. Well, that was a pretty sloppy shot. I was just trying to make sure that my wrist position is right. That was just a shot out of anger. Trying to get it out. Something doesn't feel right, but I just can't figure it out. Because when I did 100 before, I knew that if I did the setup right, that the ball was going in, and I don't have that confidence right now. Still, why did it's cutting to the left, the pocket to the left. When I shoot from that end of the table, the cue ball goes that way. When I shoot from this, it doesn't make any sense. I went over straight. Oh, I don't know. I might be working it too hard, and I just need to come at it fresh in the morning tomorrow, because I'm not figuring it out, and then so that's counterproductive to keep going if you're not if you're doing the same thing. I shouldn't have to work so hard to find straight. I didn't. When I did the 100 in a row before, and when I shot this well before, it wasn't such an effort. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Let me try a couple things. That was all right. If I could do that 99 times, I'd be happy. Because the cue ball didn't have any side spin and it barely moved. A little bit of movement, you know, once in a while, I'm okay with that. But not this. Well, what do you know? Too soon to say I'm onto something. Let's see if I can finish this rack. That's a lot straighter. That's heading the right direction. Still a little bit to the side, not quite straight. Let's make sure get that elbow up. Hey, didn't slide to the right, did it? Still went to the left a little. I gotta make sure I'm aiming straight. What did I do? What I was doing was bringing the head first, stepping to the right, and then shifting my right foot. And that's what I was doing. The change I just made to make those 14, head, left, keep the right foot where it is. Just keep it where it is. And I'm getting my head more easily square to the shot. I think that's better. Now, I mean, who knows? All of a sudden I made 14 instead of missing every third shot, right? So maybe that's helpful. I'm not going to say that's the end of it, but it sure seems like it's in the better direction. So I made 14. We'll see if I can make 2 more racks. So I'm going to keep doing that. So, and again, this only applies to 6'5" monsters like me. I have long legs. Everyone else, you've got to get your right foot inside the shot line. My sock's coming off. I should put on my barefoot socks. This only works for me because my legs are so long and I can still get my hips over and get clearance. And I'm balanced because I'm stepping wide enough. Okay, let's see if I'm right. Let's see if I can keep it up. So, tip finish left. Okay. I'd like to get some stick shots going on. You know we are hitting them good when the cue ball sticks perfectly. Just, that's the goal. And I missed. Nah, everything feels good. I'm wide enough. I feel solid. I didn't do a full warm-up. I need to stop and go to bed. It's late. But I'm just frustrated that I can't make it through 2 racks even. Or that I haven't yet. Hey, it didn't slide left or right. I really think I'm onto something. I want to reinforce it. I think I'm onto something. Let's see. Look at that one. That one rolled forward onto the spot. That's not acceptable. I don't want that left drift there. Okay, I know what it is. I think I know what it is. I positively know what it is. Oh, maybe I know. Let me try again. Nope. I hit it too hard as well, but no, not enough consistency to call it good. I gotta figure it out. most I can do. That's good. I just have to do it every time, not 50% of the time. You get away with it on short shots where you're cutting the ball. Can't let it deteriorate. Look at that. Well, what do you know? Two straight shots in a row. Come on. That was better. Much better. The change I made now is grip position. I'm too fast with my warm-ups. You got to make sure you set and make sure you're right. And then for me, that includes getting my wrist above the cue. Then the rest of the shot unfolds easily. That's the theory. Yeah, no more sliding left and right there, at least. Okay. So that was aim. The cue ball hit the object ball hit the right facing. That was just an aim issue. Well, not an aim issue, an execution issue. That feels good when it goes pretty straight like that. How about that? No sliding left and right. I almost missed that one. You know why? You probably didn't notice. My right foot slipped. My right foot slipped a little, and I was supposed to get up off the shot, but I shot anyway. So I should put on my barefoot socks so I don't slip. Right facing again. I know I'm not keeping my elbow up as well as I should. I know it. The balls are going in for the time being. Good. Gooder. That was gooder. good to work these things out. See, I was going to do the L drill on a live stream tonight or this afternoon, and I will. I think I will today. Get some stick shots going. Come on, Bob, you can do it. Don't worry, no one's going to be impressed. You son of a... I did it again. Same thing. I got happy with this one, and then I got lazy. See? I could have followed it up with another stick shot. Don't be afraid. But at least I know. See, I made it the second time because I knew exactly what to do. That's what you need. That's what drills are for, to work it out. And then you imprint it so that you can do it without having to think about it. See how straight it can go if you just do it right? You got to figure out what right means to you, though. What it feels like. I'm going to off this side. Okay. All right, let's not get cocky. Let's make sure we keep the elbow up. Come on. Gooder. Gooder. Even gooder. Oh, yes. Did have one miss, though. That's all right. We learned from it. Oh, yes. That was the one. The ball has a different sound when it hits the exact center of the pocket. It just goes. It's a cool sound. It's different. If you hit a hair off center, it rolls down and it sounds different. But when you hit it pure right into the center, you get that little whoop. It's nice. Nice. That's been my bane. I've missed that like 3 times to the right side of the pocket. And I know why. It's a little bit of push. It's not keeping that elbow up still. It's harder to do at speed than it is, softer. I'm trying to really reinforce it by hitting it hard. Like that. All right, I'm done. I think I know what the ingredients are. I know what I have to do. So I think I can make a run at 100 in a row. It becomes a mental thing. Your mind starts playing tricks on you. You have to have your routine perfectly grooved and everything so that you can drop into your stance and know that you're on a line and then you just deliver. It's the only way you can run 100. It's the only way to be a consistent straight pool player. All right. What do you do different when you need to move the cue ball? Absolutely nothing. Everything the same. The only thing that's different is your Q-tip position. Maybe a looser wrist, but yeah, pretty much the same. So I know exactly why that happened. That was a better hit, but not a particularly good draw stroke. I'm done when these balls are gone. I mean, the issue, like that spot isn't quite straight. I need to be there to try and pull it back. Yikes. Look at my cue went straight over the spot. But obviously that was a bad mess. Okay. So when you're hitting it harder, any little mistake in your stroke gets amplified. There it is. That's how you do it. Didn't quite scratch, but there it is. And that cue ball came back slowly, so it's still not a great draw stroke. A little better. Actually, not really. I didn't hit it very straight. A little better. Danny Medina could do this. When the cue ball came back, it would go like that, hit the back of the pocket. I mean, it would just zing back. I'll get there. Miscue, did you hear that? Oh, the ball's gone! The keyboard interfered though. The keyboard interfered or it wouldn't have gone in. That was a miscue. So my bridge was too short or too long. No, too short. No. My bridge was too long or my grip was too close. I don't think it was. You notice when I miss, the object ball gets pushed to the left. We know why. That's a good stroke. That's the best one. Not quite straight, but it was a better stroke. All right, I gotta quit. Let's go. We're done. I had to get that in though. I just couldn't go to sleep without figuring something out. Man, there's something that drives me nuts. What is the last object? I look at the object ball last. I'm an object ball last person. You hit the center cue ball. How do you sight or see center cue ball where you look at it? Neither. How do I tell I'm hitting the when you say center, I think you're talking about, oh wait, let me switch my, hold on. Hold on. Wow. this. Oh, I know what it is, sorry. I can't switch to that microphone right now. Yeah, okay. I got my camera plugged into that spot, so I can't switch to that microphone, so I'll just get closer to this one. I'm turning off my iCats. Now you can't even see me. Oh, you can see a little bit. Then, when I look for the vertical axis, I know people talk about the top or the bottom of the cue ball, sure. For some reason, I don't. I'm looking at my cue tip, and I can see equal amounts of cue ball on each side of the tip. I'm an architect. I'm very visually oriented. That works for me. That probably doesn't work for anyone else on the face of the planet. It doesn't matter. Don't get hung up on that. What matters is where your head is. Because if my head is over here looking that way, how the heck are you going to find center looking that way? That's what matters. Don't get hung up on how to tell where the center of the cue ball is. How do you tell where the center of the cue ball is? You get the center of your head on the center of the cue ball's direction. That's how. That's why my shot entry is like this. This is new for me, but I lead my shot entry, I lead with my head. My head comes down on the line. That's going left. But that's how you can see whether your shaft is in the center of the cue ball. Your vision center has got to be right down the center. And that's how you do it. That's how, right there. All right, I gotta go to bed. Let's see if anybody else said anything. Late night. Yeah, I don't do that. Good night.